What's up guys, Om here from Everything and welcome to this new video. And finally after 5 months, here is the Q&A video. And a few days ago I also asked you guys if you wanted a facts video. So yeah, this is a 2-in-1 video of facts about me and this channel and a Q&A. So let's get started. Okay, let's start off with the facts. Fact number 1. So probably when you look at my channel name, you probably think that the I stands for something related to Macs or like iMac, iPad or iPhone. But while that is true right now, it wasn't always like that. So 2 years ago, when I wasn't making Apple content, my channel name was actually iTech Everything with a capital I, and it meant information technology everything. But when I started making Apple content in 2019, I shifted it to iTech Everything with a small I. So yeah, that's how the history of the I in iTech Everything, or at least the meaning of the I in iTech Everything. So yeah, that's a quick fact. Something related to the iTech Everything name again, I never knew there was another channel with the same name, iTech Everything, and with similar content to my channel until I hit 100 subscribers. I actually was just sitting on my bed, I thought of this name, iTech Everything, made a channel, and here we are. I never even checked if there was another channel with a similar name or the same name. And when I hit 100 subscribers, I was trying to apply for the custom URL youtube.com/iTechEverything. And turns out it was taken by somebody else making Apple related content for many years with 4,000 subscribers. Yeah, he doesn't upload anymore, but yeah, I never knew he existed. But I didn't want to change my channel name again because it was already decently established. So yeah, that's another thing related to my channel name. Another fact is that this isn't my first channel. I had a couple of channels before this, and the most notable one was my first channel, Invention Man 04. Now I have no idea where the 04 came from, but let's just say that we never thought of that. And that channel was related to Arduino projects, and days after making that channel, I also switched to macOS, not because of that channel as such, but I started coding and I needed the Mac for the performance it offered. So yeah, that was the time I also switched to macOS. And I'm also planning to bring back Arduino type videos back, more IoT projects, and yeah, it's going to be a fun time, but I'm also going to keep up with my Apple content. So yeah, don't unsubscribe. And for the last fact, my first video on this channel wasn't really a tech video. It was uploaded from an Android phone and recorded from an Android phone as well, if I remember correctly. It was an edited Rubik's Cube tutorial. It wasn't really a tutorial, it was just a joke to say the least. Have a look for yourself. Okay, so before we start with the Q&A part of this video, I'd also like to mention that I've launched my first Siri shortcut, which is iMacMoji. You can make cool badges or images like this one on your screen. And yeah, I'll leave the announcement and download link in the description. It's completely free of cost. The link in the announcement tweet no longer works, so there is a different link for the download. So yeah, keep that in mind. And also try keeping the shortcut up to date as I'm always adding stuff. So yeah, back to the video. Okay, and it's finally time for the Q&A, and you've been waiting for 5 months for this. And turns out I actually tweeted this on the 25th of January, and today is the 26th of May. So yeah, almost exactly 5 months from then. So yeah, let's start with the first question. So the first question is from SMaxYT. I'm not pronouncing your real name because I don't exactly know how to pronounce it. Do you think that it's better to edit on Mac on Final Cut Pro X, Final Cut Pro 10, or on your iPad on whatever software you're using? So I'm using LumaFusion on my iPad, and on my Mac I use Final Cut Pro, and it is an incredible experience. I absolutely love editing on the Mac, but my Mac isn't the best performing. And tech news and deals has applied to it with, I think it's better to edit on a Mac as it is easier and accessible. While I agree, and it is a great experience on the Mac, like I said earlier, the performance of my Mac isn't the best, which results into a laggy performance, and it's always a lot of choppy frames, and it's not the best experience, like I said. So yeah, editing on LumaFusion has been better for me using Apple Silicon on the iPad. So yeah, that's your answer. Then we have a couple of questions from Tech Hyped. What are your future plans regarding YouTube? So I'm actually just planning to put a lot more IoT projects on this channel along with Apple content. So yeah, I think you're gonna enjoy it, but I don't really know how else to answer that question. So yeah. So the next question from Tech Hyped is, are you planning to pursue YouTube as a career? The simple answer is no, I am not. I'll stop posting YouTube videos in about 5 years from now. So yeah. So Nimrat from Tech United asks, what's your timetable and how do you manage it? So I don't really have a timetable and I'm not the best at time management either. I usually postpone videos a lot, as you might have already seen. But yeah, I'm not the best person to ask about this. Then Group Tech asks, why did you start YouTube and who inspired you? So I actually started YouTube because of Arduino projects, like I said earlier. So one of my friends made a YouTube channel as well. Now he doesn't upload anymore and he deleted his channel, but yeah, after he made it, I started posting videos too. And then that was my first channel, Invention Man 04, like I said earlier. And then that channel, I stopped uploading, and then this is the channel I've been uploading to ever since. So yeah, that's how I started off. And then for the mainstream tech content, I think MKBHD, Mr. Who's the Boss are some of my inspirations. Then Minecraft asks, how did you convince your parents regarding YouTube? So I didn't really convince them as such. I started a YouTube channel and then after uploading my first video, I told them that I uploaded it. I think that's how it was. And they support me in this, so yeah, that's your answer. So CPHI, if that's how it's said, and an Omega PHI, I'm not going to try to pronounce that properly. So yeah, they asked, carrying over from your personal tweet, how did you get started and continue paving the way for your tech channel? Started with personal devices, invested in new devices to review. So the first question was answered previously, but I've never bought anything specifically to review. Now, only thing I bought to review was a fake AirPods clone, and it was terrible. So I of course returned it. But yeah, I have never bought anything specifically for a review. So yeah, that's your answer. So iCave Dave asks, what was the best gadget release of 2020 for you and why? It probably has to be the iPad Air 4. Now, it has been a great device and it has changed a lot of things for me. But if you want to know more, you can definitely watch my iPad Air 4 review. And another thing would be the M1 Max, but I don't use those on a daily basis. So yeah. Then Aditya Sharma asks, who is your favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber has to be Marques Brownlee, followed by Mr. Who's the Boss. But those aren't the only two. I watch a lot of YouTubers and it'll be hard to tell which ones are my favorite. I love all of them. Now, those were the questions on Twitter. Now coming to the ones on the YouTube community post. Let's get started. So Likit TechX and Abhinav Kulkarni asks a similar question. So Abhinav Kulkarni asked, show your whole home/house, and Likit TechX asked, so show your setup tour. But I'm not going to show my house, of course, but I am planning on doing a setup tour for sure. So I've been planning this from December, but I haven't done it yet. So I'm planning to do a couple of setup upgrades, and after that is done, I'll be sure to make a setup review. So setup tour, not a review. So yeah, that's your answer. Rage M asks, Apple or Android? Now you're comparing a company to an operating system. I don't know how to answer that, but if you're asking iOS or Android, the simple answer is iOS. Then Aditya Tokare from HDT Tech asks, which is your favorite phone? It probably has to be the one I use, the iPhone XR. Yeah, because I don't really want another phone. So yeah, that's my favorite phone. Then Ayush Wadwa asks, your first Apple device? My first Apple device was the MacBook Air, the one which I daily drove. That's the first device I daily drove from Apple. But a specific device that I bought directly for myself is this iMac, and then something which my family had since the beginning was the iPod Shuffle 2nd generation, back in 2008. So yeah. Then Halfman Half Tech asks, what is your ultimate goal here on YouTube? I don't really have a ultimate goal as such. I just want to share what I've made and tech reviews and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Chinmay Gavde asks, which app you would prefer for editing videos both in Apple and Android? For Apple, if you mean macOS, Final Cut Pro all the way. If you mean iPadOS or iOS, LumaFusion is the way to go. I usually don't like editing on a smaller screen, so iPad or Mac is the only best options for me, or are the only best options for me. Coming to Android, well, I don't have Android devices, but Android devices don't have the best video editing softwares either. But you can watch my video with Aditya from EGT Tech from a year ago about this exact topic. So yeah, I'll leave that link in the description. So looks like I missed something on Twitter. Itrix Tech asks, how do you manage school and YouTube while being consistent? Now, I am not really consistent, to be honest, and managing school with YouTube is kind of hard at times, because when you have a lot of school projects and stuff, it kind of gets hard to do both YouTube and school at the same time, but I do try my best to manage everything. So yeah, that was the long-awaited Q&A video. I hope you got all of your answers. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.